Hi everybody, welcome to Wella Ed Wednesday. I'm kicking it off for holiday hair. We're going to be talking about all things shiny today. And I'm going to be adding in a second camera today. So I'm going to just bear with me here as I get set up. I'm super excited to be coming to you guys live today from WellaEducation's as my platform. So this is super, super exciting.
Really blowing up. Everyone loves you.
Here we go here. So we're gonna add in my second camera here. Just look for it here. How's everybody doing? I'm Emily Baker. I'm a field signature with Wella Professionals, and I'm in Canada. So I'm super happy to be here with you guys today. And here comes my second cameraman. Perfect. So we're talking about shiny hair today. And I don't know about you guys, but every single client I have behind the chair or everybody I talk to is like, I want shiny hair. How do I get it? So we're going to be sharing all those things with you today on all things shiny. But if you can see here, so I've got my second cameraman Jesse on here to help me today with all of this. So I also didn't want my PowerPoint to be backwards or my flip chart to be backwards for you guys. So I want to talk about three really important things that are going to be the base of today and talking about shiny hair. Shiny hair isn't just something we can create. It's something that starts from the base of the health of the hair. Okay, so the three things today are going to be health of the hair, hair texture, and products that we use. Example, Karen Styling and Wella Color. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I think healthy hair is a huge one because a lot of us think, well, okay, healthy hair, can I just add some products to the hair to create shine? So I want you to think about each hair strand, and each hair strand, the cortex is protected by a cuticle layer. So if that cuticle layer is damaged or the cuticle layer is really roughed up, it's not going to reflect shine. I have a lot of clients that say to me, well, my hair is really healthy. I just flat ironed it today. And like, look at the shine in this. So if you think about it, when you take your hot tools to your hair, you're really flattening essentially whatever cuticle layer is there. So that's going to reflect shine. Okay, so we're going to have three demos today if we get the time and we can squeeze that all in. So our first demo today, let me get my lovely mannequin. We are going to be talking about textured and coily hair. Okay, this is huge right now. One thing about textured hair, and a lot of you that have textured hair know this, is it lacks moisture. And sometimes it can be hard to get shine in curly hair because, as you know, though, curly hair, the cuticle's not really lying super flat, right? So we have to work with it in the formation of the curl to create more of that reflective shine. So we're going to be doing a combination of a couple things today. I'm going to show you guys a color technique. I'm going to get my flip chart to the next page here so you can see exactly the formulas that I've used today. Okay, so we're going to get started. So demo number one, we're going to talk about all three things for this mannequin as well. Our formula is Magma Freelights. So we're going to be using Freelights, and that is our balayage product. So I'm going to get mixing here because what I've done is I've actually pre-colored most of this mannequin with the Freelights. So you can see the beautiful tone on tone of red. Okay, and you can see the shine reflecting in there as well. And I'll tell you how I got some more optimum shine on here in just a minute. So I've completely done this previous color all the way on the back, and I've left the side, if you guys can see the difference there. I just really wanted tone on tone. So another really, really important thing with coily textured hair is it actually is quite fragile. A lot of us that don't have it think about it like, oh, it's coarse, it's going to be nice and thick, but it's actually really fragile. So what I've chosen for Freelights is I wanted to go in low and slow with the developer. So I'm going in with 20 volume from Freelights, and that's over here. Okay, so 20 volume here from Freelights. And I'm just gonna mix a little bit up here. If you can see in the bowl, I haven't really mixed it yet. I'll get my cameraman to zoom in here. So it's really cool because this is Magma. So what it is it's a bleach and a tone together. So it's going to really, really create a beautiful lightening effect in the hair while using the tonality at the same time. So we've mixed Stroke 44, which is our red color, and we are mixing that with the Freelights developer, and it's clay based as well. So I'm gonna literally be able to balayage this to open air and not have to put it in a foil, okay? So I'm gonna show you on this next section. So you wanna make sure you mix that really, really good. Okay, and look at the color of that. That's amazing, right? It's nice and bright. Talk about holiday fresh, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna take this here and set it aside. And so normally what we do with our balayage is we have this tool. So Wella has this tool. It comes with a paddle and a brush. I use a combination of freehand with just the brush on curly hair, and also sometimes I use the paddle. But what you have to remember is you're coloring coily textured hair, so it's completely different when you're doing your placements as well as your application. So I'm gonna come in here on this side, get a little closer here for you guys so you can see what's going on. Okay, and for my sectioning, guys, I'm gonna section on a diagonal because when you use diagonal sectioning, you get the most natural look. And I'm going to do a zigzag parting. So if you guys can see, I'm doing a bit of a zigzag parting. So it's gonna be very, very sort of ununiform. One thing that's important with curly hair too is you wanna do uneven weaves because it's gonna kind of blend in and be really multi-dimensional through the curls. So I'm actually going to do this freehand. And I'm gonna go into my bowl here and put a little bit on my brush. I wanna be careful not to like saturate my brush too much because I wanna keep this nice and soft. And I'm also not gonna put a lot of tension here because if I'm pulling this curl and I balayage it and I let it go, it's gonna be uneven, right? I wanna work with the curl. So that's essentially what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna just sort of start painting that on just like so. Feathering it up near the top, okay? And I'm kind of just letting that curl relax a bit so I can really see where that's applying, okay? It's very important, obviously, to wear gloves while you're doing a chemical service. Just like that, okay? So I'm gonna continue to take random sections like this, and I'm just gonna grab my towel here. And again, trying to keep my area really neat and organized because I really want to stay organized and clean. I don't want any of this lightener to go where I don't want it to be, right? So why I love this so much is it really gives you a beautiful tone on tone. And yes, I used 20 volume, but I want you guys to think about if you're using 20 volume and you're not in a foil and you're to open air, what's going to actually happen is the developer is going to be a little weaker. So I wasn't worried about the integrity of her hair. I love talking about them like they're human. It's hilarious. I wasn't worried about the integrity of her hair because it was relatively healthy, like it was a fresh mannequin. So I felt really comfortable going in and lightening. And I think ultimately you need to feel comfortable going in to do what you need to do on your clients, okay? So I'm gonna just leave that section as so and head to my next one. So I'll talk about also what I did as a second step, and I can get my cameraman to zoom in there while I do the next section. I used for a glossing over top of all of this, I really wanted high shine, and this client was requesting high shine. So I actually went in, if you want to zoom the camera over there, to Relights. ColorTouch Relights in the front here. I went in with the ColorTouch, oh, you're almost there. There we go. Relights, and I love Relights because it's amazing. It is basically has no level and it just has a tonality. So this is amazing for refreshing highlights, refreshing your reds after a Magma application. If somebody doesn't really need any bleaching and they just really need to have their red refreshed, it's a perfect thing to go in with. Because there's no tonality, or because there's tonality and no level, sorry, correct myself here, no level, it's not going to go too dark. So that's really fantastic because often our reds, we want to keep a lot of the brightness, as much brightness as possible with our reds. So you can just see here, I'm just keeping this like a little bit relaxed. Continue a little bit more around the face. So I did the Relights at the end for 15 minutes. It's a very acidic color, so it does great deposit and great shine, and it has glimmer pigments in it. So anything from ColorTouch is ammonia-free and has glimmer pigments. So that is what I finished this look with at the end to create a little bit more of a high gloss and shine. Who doesn't want shiny hair over the holidays, right? I think too, like on a personal note, it's exciting to, you know, to have the holidays coming up. Amazing. We've been in quarantine. Thank you. We've been in quarantine for so long. I say, like, why not get super excited about the holidays? Yeah, we're at the beginning of November. We're talking about the holidays already, but I think we've all needed something to look forward to. So I'm excited because in my next look, I'm going to be showing you guys a really quick Upstyle that's going to be really easy for you to do at home or to do on your clients for those quick styles that they need. Even if we're not doing big holiday parties this year, guys, who doesn't want to look super fly during the holidays, right? Just apply that. So literally, guys, this is what I did is just went through and I did random painting here, okay, around the face. But if you also, again, you don't want to pull too much tension. So you're just kind of working with the curl that's there, right? And there's lots of tools you can use with this with Freelights. I've seen people use like a small old, or buy like a toothbrush and use that for painting on, or a small tiny comb. Okay, so you can see here. So again, you can even go in and you can look, okay, you know what? I want a little bit more dimension here. So you can go in with your color and create dimension in here as well. Okay. So I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, okay, the style is like looking good. Like we've got some definition in the curl here, right? So I want to talk about our care and styling for this, which is NutriCurls. It's our baby for curly hair. So it's right over there on the table there. So this is NutriCurls, okay, guys? And I absolutely love this product for curly hair. It has a Nourish In complex. So it gives the curls the waves and definition they need by also reducing a lot of frizz, right? Because that seems to be a problem with curly hair. And then for styling, I went in on this mannequin and I used Fresh Up, which is an anti-frizz spray that you can refresh through the day, and Curl Shaper, which is a curl cream. So that really defined a lot of the curls. I'm just going to drop the next section here. So NutriCurls is really awesome because it has two different types of shampoo. You have one for wavy hair and one for curly hair. So also I use the mask on her because the mask has high intensity moisture, and what does curly hair lack? It lacks moisture. So we want to really concentrate on moisturizing that hair, and if we moisturize the hair, what's going to happen? We're going to create a lot of shine, right? So we're just going through here.
Someone asked what you mean by tone on tone.
Okay, so what tone on tone means is it's really only 1 to 2 levels difference between the base. Okay, so that's tone on tone. When we go in with freehand painting balayage, we're usually creating tone on tone. When we go in with foliage, we're probably going to be able to get more than 2 to 3 levels of lift. But with Freelights, we're focusing on 2 to 3 levels right now, which is your tone on tone. Okay, so I think we're good with that right there. I'm going to let that process. I will be posting an after picture of this as well for you guys. So we're just going to switch over to the next demo here. Okay, and we're gonna get into styling. So if Jessie can go right over to, perfect, demo number 2. Okay. So I absolutely love this color. We're going to talk about the formula here, and we actually went in straight with glossing. Okay, so this is a glossing formula. It was a previous mannequin that I had that already had a root melt to it, and I wanted to go in with glossing because the hair was already compromised because I've colored this mannequin a few times for lives. So I wanted to go in with glossing so it was nice and gentle. So what my formula was is I used Illumina color. Okay, so I used Illumina. And this color is amazing. It is super multi-dimensional. It's very sheer. It's like putting on a sheer pantyhose as opposed to Colorstone Perfect Me Plus putting on a thick nylon stocking, okay? So we went in with that. Our formula was 7-stroke and 6-stroke 1.9 at the root area. We mixed it 1 part with pastel and 1 part with the post. Okay, so that is ultimately what we do for glossing. On the ends, we went in with 1069 and Platinum Lily. Okay, so Platinum Lily has a little bit of a violet tone to it. We then did equal parts pastel and equal parts post. Okay, so any of the products in our line or colors in our line, that is essentially how you do the glossing. You do 1 to 1 to 1. Okay. The difference between glossing and toning, a bit of a difference here, guys. So glossing is more a really sheer hint of color, and toning is a lot more saturation in the hair, right? So toning has a little bit more deposit because you don't have the post in there. So the post kind of slows that down, okay? So we are going to do an upstyle today, so I must remove my gloves here because that's not going to work out so well. Move those over here. I did a lot of prep work as far as getting her ready for this style. It's going to be a very quick style and something that's going to be very easy and achievable for all you guys.
I don't see any more comments on mine, but they're coming up on yours.
Okay, that's too bad. Well, we'll keep an eye out and see what questions people are asking. Perfect. So I'm going to put on here, I'm going to use my boar bristle brush here, okay, for smoothing. I've gone in and I'll just show you guys up close. Maybe Jessie can zoom in here at the camera. I've done some micro crimping. I don't know if you guys can see at the root. This is a really fantastic alternative to teasing when the hair is kind of compromised and you need a little bit more volume in the hair, okay? So I went in and did that. What I mean by micro crimping, it just simply looks like this, okay? So it's just got really fine, like a crimper, but very fine, so you can hardly tell that you're crimping with it. Okay. I'm gonna go in with my tail comb. We're gonna get started on the top. So we're gonna put a few ponytails in this look. Okay, just adjust my camera so you guys can see here. So I'm gonna section it from the top here. What I chose for Karen styling for this particular mannequin was our new Color Motion, which is a product that is literally the power of 3 is what we're calling it. The shampoo will color lock your color in, so it helps with fadage of color. The conditioner is going to help seal the cuticle, which again, if we have a sealed cuticle, we're going to have what? Shiny hair. And our mask, what it does is it has WellaPlex in it. So I know we all know plexes quite well. And with a Plex, basically, if you want to go in and show the product there, with a Plex with Color Motion, next one over. Perfect. A Plex with Color Motion in it, it's basically going to help rebuild the bonds in the hair. Okay. So I've sectioned the top section. And I'm going to turn my mannequin this way so you guys can really see what I'm doing here. Okay, and I'm going to stick my first elastic in here. Section this at the bottom here out of the way. I'm going to put very little back combing in because I've crimped it, I don't need to put a lot. And when I back comb, I literally just cushion the hair. I don't want a big mess. One thing that's really important when you're doing a style is you really want to make sure that you're cleaning up your work as you go. Okay, so I'm just going in here, literally cushioning just on a few sections. We're going to create some height at the top. Again, you're going to a fancy party. You want to have that hair really nice and high. You can go as high as you want, or you can go as low as you want on that look. Bring this back. I don't see any questions coming in right now. I'm not sure if you can see the comments or not.
I can't see anything.
No.
No, mine stop after a certain point for some reason.
Okay. So again, I like to start shaping it before I even put an elastic in because I don't have to go back and redo this now. I'm working on each section at a time. So I'm going to stick my elastic in. Just like so, if you guys can see. So there's my first elastic, okay? Super simple. Kind of like pulling out the top here. I'm going to take a strand of hair and wrap it around the elastic. So just wrapping it all the way around like that. Now I'm going to secure this section with my bobby pins. When I'm working with bobby pins, I literally like to work with the bobby pin. I don't open it up because it's not really meant to do that. I like to kind of feather it through here. Because I have some back combing in there, it's going to hold really, really well. As soon as you have that little bit of back comb and you pin your bobby pin into that, it's not going anywhere. So we're just going to pin a couple more here in shape. Okay, give that a quick spray. I'm choosing to use Shaper from Sebastian. This is a great hairspray that I like to use when I'm doing some editorial looks or I'm creating some updos. Then I like the height of this, and I like a little bit of the I like it looking a little bit unkept, right? So there's ponytail number 1. Okay, we're going to move on to ponytail number 2. So again, I'm going to take a second section, and it's really starting at the crown, just above the crown here. And almost like a bit of a triangular sectioning, if you guys can see here. Triangular, kind of like a U shape. Okay. I'm going to put my next elastic in. And this is really just to dress the ponytail up. Like just make it look a little bit more classy, have a little bit more style than just a simple pony. Okay, we'll just toss that in. So we all remember the 1990 topsy-turvy, I don't know what it's called, where you put this through. So I'm going to open up the ponytail like so. Okay. And I'm going to flip that elastic around through there. Okay, so it's created kind of like this really pretty, you guys can see, it's got a little bit of shape in the hair. So I'm not going to leave it like this. I am going to pull it out a little bit and make it look a little bit more organic. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just pull a little bit. I like to do a lot of my finishing before the end so that I get a lot of it done and out of the way. So I'm just kind of roughing that up the same way that I roughed up the top section. And we may be putting a little bit of shine in this. Hint, hint. You'll see in a minute. Okay, so that's like so. I'm now going to section the sides out of the way here. And you guys can see this is quick and simple, right? This is something that is very doable for us, very fast. And we don't have to set it beforehand. I think a lot of us have this mindset that the hair has to be set the minute every updo we have to set the hair. That's not necessarily the case, right? Because we are going for a smoother look. We really only have to add the texture where we want it, okay? So we are now going to do the last pony, but I am going to take one more piece of hair here and just kind of cover that. Right, so I wrap that all the way around, give it a little spray. Okay, we're going to secure that. Just like so. Okay, so you guys can see I've kind of pulled it out, made it a little bit more organic. Okay, and this is now where we're going to finish the style in here. So I'm going to take my smoothing brush while I'm working on this. I like to use spray while I'm working on this. Add that in here. Smooth that out. I want to be really careful about the top section. I want to keep it really clean as I go. I can always pull it out and make it look more organic. So I'm going to put that last elastic in. This one we do not have to cover, and you guys will see why, because the sides are going to cover the back of this pony. Okay? So you can see here. Even the side profile is super fun for a party, right? Like, and so that's literally 3 sections so far. I'm going to go into the sides now and show you how I incorporate those sides. Okay? See how beautiful with the color melt? It just really gives like a lot of depth to the hair. And there is a lot of shine in this hair, right? Which is super awesome. Can really see. You get a lot of shine out of your glossing. A lot of people over the holidays like to just come in and get a glossing done. It's like, it's really, really awesome as an upsell in the salon because they don't necessarily need something done, but I feel like a lot of people over the holidays want to feel really special, right? They want to feel good. They want to do something with their hair and they may not always need their color freshened up. I'm going to wrap that under. Keep that nice and smooth. Okay. We're going to wrap this under the pony here. And again, voila, that's hiding the elastic. Like, I want to do this to my hair. If I had a holiday party to go to, which I hope we do. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So you can see it's nice and sleek in the front. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Come over here and show you guys. If anybody's asking any questions here. Shaper. Oh, Maggie Melrose. Shaper. I don't know, my famous cameraman Jesse here can't see the comments, so
No,
I just want to make sure.
So many, I can't see.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure that I'm answering everybody's questions. You guys can use the question card. I can see that there's 2 there. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing to the next side here, and then we're going to add some shine. Toss this around here. And the same thing. Just really smooth out this section. And I'm okay if like some of the bits kind of come out here. We're okay with that. Keeping it the majority smooth. We want it a little bit organic. We're going to secure this into the ponytail, and voila, we are done. So I'll show you what I've come up with for creating a little bit more sparkle in the hair. And a lot of us have seen this on Pinterest. A lot of us, you know, this is not an old trend. People have been adding accessories to their hair throughout the holidays all the time. So this is something that we have seen several times. Just push this in here. Make sure it's nice and secure. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Okay, so now I'm going to check the front profile here. I want a little bit of roughing up, a little bit of edginess and softness to it. Okay. Now, what I've done, super fun today, and I love glitter, so I'm not going to lie, this is like super fun. So I actually took one of my Nioxin products for this. I used the whole line really, actually, which is amazing. So this is the Thickify gel, okay? So this is the thickening gel. I use this on a lot of male clients, but this is like perfect for my sparkle. So I added my sparkle to it, mixed it all up, okay? And you want to see a lot of sparkle. So you add quite a bit in. I'm going to take my little brush here. Okay, we're going to turn it to the side. This is fun, super fun. We're going to put that by the parting a bit so you guys can see. And I think like the size of the sparkle matters. You don't want to get something too tiny. Get like a chunkier sparkle because it's going to show up a little better on the hair, right? So it's just to add like a little bit of detail to this look. This is totally holiday worthy. And even if I was quarantining and doing a Zoom party, I would still have this look on there. It's so much fun. And I'm literally not pressing too much product. I got a little bit at a time. I can always go back and add more. Okay, so super fun look. Just show you guys up close here. So this is certainly not a new trend. We've seen this. Really fun. Right? So that's that with this model. Okay? Mannequin model, whatever. Super fun. So you can see the detail in the back as well. And to the side, it's kind of got a bit of a faux pas feel, which is really fun, right? So that's literally 3 ponytails. Okay? So we're going to move on to the next demo. This is our last one here. And this one here, like everybody wants to go wavy, right? So this one here we focused on waves for this one. And I'm really inspired by the old school Jessica Rabbit waves. I don't know if any of you are Roger Rabbit fans. It's super old. But I'm really inspired by her waves on that cartoon. So there's a couple ways when you're working on waves, there's a couple ways where you can just create more of like a glam wave or a bit of a beach wave. And it's really ultimately the size of the curling iron you use and the sections you take and the way you place the curls, right? So if you guys can see here, I've curled them all going the same direction. Okay, so they're all vertical and they're all going the same direction, all the way to the front. Okay, so before I brush this out, we will go back to the flip chart here and just have another look here. So our formula on this one that I chose, and we're going to talk high shine here because that's what this class is. It's about creating shine, right? So ColorTouch is ultimately what we picked for shine on this. This was previously highlighted, so we had to keep that in mind. So going in with ColorTouch was very gentle. ColorTouch is ammonia free. It also has the glimmer pigments in it. When you mix it, you can see the glitter in the bowl. You can see that the shine is going to be high with this one. I chose our new Bellini shades and I did a root melt. So I did 675 with 1.9 at the roots 975 and 1034, and then 1034 in the front. So beautiful. I love that the warm tones are coming back. Again, we talked about it being previously lightened, so we had to make sure the hair wasn't compromised. We're talking about the texture here is wavy, so we want to keep some smoothness to it, keep that cuticle line flat, keep that high shine. And I also used color motion on this one as well, okay? So color motion is, again, the power of 3. It's really going to take care of that hair and prevent color fadage, but also build the bonds in the hair. So, and I also used our IME styling line on most of these, especially on the last mannequin we did. I worked with some IME for pre-blow drying it. We've got our products here. Glam Mist and Dry Me are 2 of my go-tos when I'm doing a lot of upstyling or a lot of styling, okay? So I go with those. If I'm feeling like the hair is really compromised, this is actually, I use this pretty much on everyone, is Thermal Image, okay? So it comes in the bottle and it's separate. So you can see the 2 liquids are separate. You have to shake it up and you apply it to the hair before you do heat styling. So I think this is a must for everybody, especially when they're taking care of their hair, right? So we're gonna go through now and we're gonna finish this mannequin by brushing it out. So I'm gonna start taking out some of these curls here. I'm just in love with these new Bellini shades. Like, I don't know if many of you are excited about them, as excited as I am about them. I've been using them a lot. And if your clients see that you get excited about things, they want to try it. Like, they're like, okay, I'll try being warm, because they get stuck in this mindset that their hair has to be a cool tone all the time, right? And I love that they can just warm things up for the fall and for the holidays. If I wanted to, and this client came back and their color still looked relatively good, I might go in with Relights to refresh it for a gloss over the holidays, which is what I did on the first mannequin, right? So I may go in with that. You can see they're all going the same direction. I'm going to brush this out now. Let's take these guys out. I didn't even see those. Okay, this is a simple holiday style. This one, obviously, we had to set. So I like to literally brush this one out. Okay. I am going to use a little bit of Glam Mist with this to create a lot of shine. So Glam Mist is our shine product. It's got very minimal holds. A lot of us see these waves and we wonder to ourselves, okay, how do I get this height up here in the front? So a lot of the times that height up in the front, a lot of us think that we have to curl the hair back to create that, when actually we really just need to curl that forward to get that really nice bubble, that really nice sort of hump here. So you can see it's really curling in towards the face. So this is something that's more like, you know, Hollywood, runway. And I used an inch, for the size of my curling iron, I used 1.25 inches to create this. Alrighty, so, and we can dress it up with an accessory. Just gonna take this curl and tuck that in there. So we can accessorize all our looks here. And sometimes it looks really great when you put in just a little clip on the side here, right? So just like so, you guys can see here. So that's just sort of like our glam wave, right, for the holidays. Okay, and again, a shiny clip for a shiny look. Spray that on. So those are my 3 looks for today, guys. I want to just recap. For those of you who joined partway through, I just want to recap on really ultimately what's really important about creating shine in the hair. And really it starts with with healthy hair, guys. Taking care of that hair cuticle, using your proper products, using a conditioning product, using a bond repair like Wellaplex, okay, and Blonde Orplex, really taking care of that hair. That's going to create the shine. Also, texture is huge, right? The texture of our hair, the way it's sitting is where the shine is going to be. And the products used, our care and styling, and the color that we go for, we want to go for gentle. So these are all the products that we worked with today. And I'm going to be doing a lot of glossing on clients over the holidays because it's just something to perk them up and keep them refreshed, right? And they feel special. It's like a luxurious service, right? So that's really what I have for you guys today on Shiny. And I also just really want to thank WellaEducation for allowing this platform for us. We're going to be coming to you all through November and December with WellaEd Wednesdays. We also have a class coming on Friday, if I can show you guys here. We've got an OPI class on Friday, and that's 10 p.m. PT and 1 p.m. ET, and that's Foundation Friday, Easy Thanksgiving Nails, and that's going to be going live from the OPI Instagram, okay? So that's something you want to check out as well. And yeah, I'm really excited and I was excited to kind of kick off the holidays here with this. And please follow me on Instagram, Emily Baker Hair Artist. I'll be doing lots of classes throughout the next couple months, and I would love to have you guys follow me. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. And hashtag Ask for Wella. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic day, and thank you again. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I stopped seeing comments after this guy said hello.